And even when I say it and talk to you, I feel anger. I feel angry. It reduces the physical and neurological decline associated with aging. It's even become known as the miracle molecule. I feel less like an old age pensioner now than I did 30 years ago. Well, hello, and welcome to Happy Stuff Fluff. My name's Christine L. Conroy, and this is a channel for women who are getting happy, living longer, and growing younger. And you know, I've been saying that line now for almost 5 years, I think it is. And who knew, certainly not me, when I first started to say that we would now be in a position where, yes, actually, for certain, that's what's happening scientifically. That's what's happening. I've always known that I could help you to increase your happiness levels, and I've always known that people who are happier live longer, they feel better, and yes, sometimes probably even look younger too. What I didn't know, as I say, that now, so quickly, we would be in a position, from a scientific point of view, where we can now live much longer and grow biologically younger. But that's what's happened. Now, 3 years ago, I introduced this chap to you, David Sinclair. This book is still my Bible, as you can see, it's well thumbed. He goes into the biological science of some of the things I'm going to talk about today. So if you are interested in the science of it, I do suggest you get this book. It is about biological science, but it's readable. It's readable, accessible. So yes, I'm still telling you about this book. If you haven't got it yet, I urge you to do so. I'll leave a link down below. But what I want to do today is talk about my supplements. I keep mentioning, and a few of you have said, well, what supplements are you taking, Christine? I'm going to tell you what supplements I'm taking, but I just want to briefly explain why I'm taking them. What I'm not doing is suggesting you take them, advising you take them. You know, I have to say this caveat. I am not doing those things. I'm saying to you, this is what I'm taking, and I'm leaving you the information down below, either in book form, in my video form, or even in other video forms, for you to look at, to do your own research so you can make an informed decision about any supplementation you may want to take. Let me tell you, however, David Sinclair said recently that it's imminent that pretty soon we'll be taking one pill. You'll be able to take one pill to do what all of these are doing. These are my supplements. And there's more that I'm taking. Yeah, one tablet, and not only that, it's going to be 1,000 times cheaper than what you may imagine. So until then, I'm taking these supplements to keep me alive, And this is what I would say to you. Start investing in your health now to stay alive, so that when we take this one pill, and we're not just talking about from a vanity point of view, we're talking about taking a pill that's going to stave off these age-related diseases. You know, when we think about getting older, what do we think about? We think about heart disease, we think about cancer, we think about osteoporosis, we think about dementia. One pill that's going to help with all of those. I'm beyond excited, and I want to stick around until that happens. Now, I have a question for you, given that in mind. Would you like to live to be 120? Tell me in the comments box below. Would you like to live to be 120? For me, it's a resounding yes, yes, and more yes, please. In a few months' time, I'm about to become what we call in the UK an old age pensioner. I'm laughing because I tell you, I feel less like an old age pensioner now than I did 30 years ago. And I'm putting it down to the supplements I'm taking and the lifestyle I'm trying to lead. This is something else I want to say to you as well. You know, you don't have to go to extremes. I don't believe you have to go to extremes. I do believe that we have to start investing in our own health in terms of research, in terms of time, and in terms of money, because certainly in the UK, our health system is struggling at the moment. And because we've got the information, we have the information. A lot of the diseases that happen are lifestyle diseases. They're things we're doing to ourselves, or things that we're imbibing, ingesting from industries that are packaging foods in ways they shouldn't, or all kinds of things that I'm not going to get into. I don't need to tell you these things. Toxins particularly is what I'm talking about. And so I want to do as much as I can within my means to keep myself and Mr. Kitchen fit and healthy, so that we can live a longer but enjoy a healthy and fitter life. And that's what I want for you. So this is where I'm starting. Let's jump straight into it. Right, okay, so I'm not going to talk in detail about these. I've done videos before. I'll leave the videos down below. Please go down to the show more, the description, especially after this video, because I'm going to put stacks of things in there that you could choose to look at that might help you. So I take hyaluronic acid. I've done a full video on that. I take vitamin D3, K2 and magnesium in one tablet. Now, if you've been here for any length of time, I bang the drum constantly about vitamin D. And even when I say it and talk to you, I feel anger. I feel angry because the evidence is so strong about the benefits of taking vitamin D. And yet it's being ignored. Just recently, more conclusive evidence coming in about how decent levels, not even necessarily high levels of vitamin D, can help to stave off Alzheimer's and help to treat it and other dementias. And that's only one benefit. I'm going to stop talking quickly, otherwise the whole thing will be about vitamin D again. I don't want that to happen. Have a look on my channel for vitamin D. Just search vitamin D, there's lots of stuff on there. But since those videos, more and more studies have come in providing evidence. So if you're not yet taking vitamin D, I beg you to consider it, to do your own research. Yeah, and so on. So there's those two things. I've done videos on those, which is why I don't want to talk at length about them today. The other one is a supplement that Mr. Kitchen and I have been taking for some 15 years. It's not from Do Not Age. If you haven't heard me talk about Do Not Age, I'll tell you about them in a second. This comes from our local supermarket, and it's cod liver oil. Now, we take this because of its omega-3 fatty acids in it. I'm considering starting to take the direct omega-3 fatty acids from Do Not Age shortly. But omega-3, we know for sure, it's good for your brain, it's good for your heart, it's good for your eyes. It especially helps to prevent glaucoma. It's good for your joints. It especially helps to prevent and help with arthritis. We know this to be true. Mr. Kitchen, who, if we go on holiday and we don't take all of our supplements with us, if he goes 2 weeks without taking his cod liver oil tablet, he starts to get aching in his joints. We come back, he gets back on the cod liver oil, the aching stops. So this is steadfast in our diet, and it's the omega-3 in there, which also has anti-cancer properties, so we know that. Now, before I tell you about the other supplements I'm taking, there's something I need to explain first of all, and this is, I just want to tell you about NAD. I'm going to put it up on screen, but I'll make an attempt at it. Nicotinamide adenine dinucleotide. Okay, NAD for short. And this is a naturally occurring molecule it's found in every living cell, in every living thing, and without it you will die. Okay, you'll die in seconds if you didn't have NAD. Now, NAD fuels a critical mass of enzymes called sirtuins. I've talked about sirtuins before. These play an active role in repairing DNA. If you watch the other reverse aging videos, I'll put those down below. I talk about David Sinclair, in there, and I talk about sirtuins in more detail. But these sirtuins play an active role, as I say, in repairing DNA, which is what we want. Now, unfortunately, and of great importance, in cases of chronic diseases such as obesity, heart disease, neurodegenerative diseases, and of course with age, your NAD levels decline. Your NAD levels decline. Now, NAD production starts to decline at the age of 25, which oddly enough is when aging starts to kick in. Dun, dun, dun. The age of 25. Now, so when the NAD production starts to decline, this results in the decline of this sirtuin activity. So restoring levels of NAD is vital. This is supported by a growing body of evidence that finding ways to boost NAD levels is crucial to health and longevity. I'll say that again. Finding ways to boost NAD levels is crucial to health and longevity. Okay, now NAD itself is too big a molecule to kind of take orally and be absorbed in the body. So this is where two precursors to NAD come in. One is NMN and the other is NR. So let's just have a quick look then at NMN. NMN, once again, I'll put it here, is nicotinamide mononucleotide. We'll call it NMN from now on. It's a derivative of vitamin B3. In the body, it's a precursor to NAD, so it's the step before NAD. Now, as a supplement, NMN and NR, in actual fact, is safe and has been shown to raise your NAD levels, which is what we want. Now, NMN, reverse and MR, they have similar properties. I'll tell you the one difference between them in a second. But reverse vascular aging, stimulates blood vessel growth, boosts stamina and endurance, reduces the physical and neurological decline associated with aging. That's NMN. Now, it was NMN I started to take 3 years ago that I stopped taking because of the reports and the rumours that, that what I was buying could well not be pure and I could be wasting my time. And so I stopped taking it until I came across this company, Do Not Age, where I've talked about these before as well, but now every supplement I take, apart from the cod liver oil, which I will be changing soon, comes from Do Not Age because of the evidence of the purity of their ingredient. I like their ethos, I like their values, I know it's pure, and I know that it's the cheapest I can get it for, because obviously cost plays a role. At least it does in my household. So yes, trust me, I'm conscious of the cost of these things. But given the fact that I do believe we need to start investing our time and our money in our health, ladies, and we need to start doing it now. We can't rely on anything else. And so I think we have to take the matter in our own hands. And for me, investing in supplements is something I'm quite prepared to do. If it means I have to not buy a sweater this month, then that's what I'm going to do. So that's NMN. Now, there's a bit of controversy about NMN at the moment because in America, the FDA are looking to classify NMN as a drug and not a dietary supplement, which, to be honest with you, is ridiculous. However, it's happening, and so we have to wait with bated breath on that one. It's still available from Do Not Age in the UK. Now, I decided not to take NMN. I decided to take NR instead, which is nicotinamide riboside chloride, or NR. But I wanted to tell you about NMN because NMN and NR are very similar, but NR takes 2 steps. It takes 2 steps before it becomes NAD, whereas NMN just takes 1. I'm okay with that. I'm okay with it taking a little bit longer and going through a slower process in my body. I'm fine with it. So NR supports healthy NAD levels. We know there's been lots of studies in humans on this. Multiple human studies have been conducted using NR, and it's continually being researched, as is NMN, in the field of NAD and sirtuins. It's a unique form of vitamin D3 that works in the cell to support a number of cellular processes. It's even become known as the miracle molecule. Try saying that when you've had a glass of red wine. Miracle molecule. But it's also a potent precursor to the vital enzyme NAD. Okay, so NR is converted to NM before it's converted to NAD. Now this is a decision you would take yourself. NR is also cheaper than NMN. But if you want that quick shot from NAM to NAD, then you would perhaps go for NMN. I'm taking NR. Research does indicate that NMN and NR consumption, both of them, can increase NAD, and they do so effectively and safely. So I wanted to just explain those. Now, obviously, there's lots and lots of science to look at. I'm going to leave a website down below called NMN, just nmn.com, I think it is. It tells you everything you need to know about NMN, NAD and NR. So if you want to know the science, you'll be able to have a look at that. Now, my next supplement is Resveratrol. I was taking Resveratrol 3 years ago, and I stopped taking it for the same reasons I stopped taking the NMN. This supplement has been shown to increase lifespan. It's a potent sirtuin activator. Now, apparently, it has a similar effect in your body as a calorie-restricted diet. It reduces your blood pressure, protects your brain, protects your arteries, and also has anti-cancer potential. Now, this is the one, Resveratrol, that you get from red wine. This is what started us to believe that drinking red wine was good for us, because it has resveratrol. Or should I say better for us than other things. But in order to get the benefits of the resveratrol in your red wine, you'd have to just drink gallons of it for it to do you any good. So, let's not use the red wine to give us our resveratrol. Excuse me. The interesting thing is, though, it also supports NMN and NR if you take it. Another one I'm about to start taking is something called Quercetin. You'll see it on the Do Not Age website. It's a flavonoid that the human body cannot produce. It's been shown to work in conjunction with resveratrol to reduce the hallmarks of aging, as well as reduce inflammation, reduce fat cells, blood pressure, body weight, and the risk of heart disease. Now, we know that inflammation is the cause of many of the age-related diseases, so this is a good one to take for that. It's meant to alleviate allergy symptoms, to show significant reduction in early morning stiffness, if any of you suffer from that, or pain, and even helps with the pain of arthritis. It's also been studied for its anti-cancer potential, across many different types of cancers in actual fact, and can also help to protect your brain from dementia. It's finally, we've talked about blood sugar levels when I was talking about the glucose goddess. Quercetin is known to help to reduce your blood sugar levels. So, It has been shown that to supplement resveratrol alongside with NMN and quercetin is where you're going to get the most bang for your buck. This is because they work well together in combination to increase the performance of sirtuins. So, to cap it off then, I'm taking vitamin D3, K2 and magnesium in one tablet, hyaluronic acid, cod liver oil, NR, resveratrol, and I'm about to start taking quercetin. I have them in, we call these a Dosset box in England. I don't know if you call it that in the US, but this has got the days on it. It's only small. It's got 2 weeks worth in it, so I can fill this with all of these instead of opening one and the other and so on. I can put these in, and so I can see whether I've forgotten to take them or not that day. You know, because you get to tea time and think, did I take my tablets this morning? Well, I can look and check, and here they are. What I would say is, you have to look at when you're supposed to take them and how you're supposed to take them. Some are better in the morning, some are better in the evening. You can work that out. You may need to store some in the fridge to keep them in tip-top condition. And the dosage, well, when you go onto the Do Not Age site in particular, they tell you the doses and they tell you when it's best to take. So you can see all that on the Do Not Age website. I feel younger now than I did 30 years ago. I feel amazing. My hair, although it does, we do need a visit to the hairdresser, but that aside, it's healthier, it's shinier. I told you, my nails, I feel better, I have far more energy, I feel I can focus a lot more for longer, and that's since I've been taking these. I kid you not. So what I would say is have a look at the Do Not Age website, have a look at the videos, my videos, other videos. I'm going to put a video, I think it's David Sinclair, somebody's talking about David Sinclair. He is the man to go to straight to David Sinclair if you want to know what he's up to. But it's coming soon that we'll just be able to take one pill to sort all this out. Until then, I'm going to stay fit and well so that I'm around to benefit from that science. Let me know what you think in the comments box. I'd love to know. And I'll see you next time. Until then, remember that on the Happy Stuff and Fluff, we're getting happy, living longer, and growing younger. See you next time. Bye-bye.